What's up, guys? It's Cameron, and there's been a lot of talk lately about how Facebook's handling listings, how they're demoting listings with stock images and stuff like that. So I figured I would just make a quick video for those of you who maybe have no idea how to use customer review images instead of stock images. Now, this isn't going to help with any kind of softwares you may use because currently just about every software, I think every software, I could be wrong, just imports whatever stock images are part of a listing. It doesn't dive into customer reviews to find photos there because it could have an endless amount of photos there. But still use your softwares like how I use FBMFOX. I still will import my listing and have it auto list everything for me, and then I'll just go and save some photos and upload a couple extra photos, get rid of the ones in there. At least that's what I'm experimenting with right now. It's not my full-fledged method at the moment, but I'm experimenting with it just to see if it has better results. Again, people are kind of getting like, ooh man, Facebook's not really liking our current posts. Everybody's has super low views lately. Not everybody, just some of us. But it seems like a lot of people like normal are complaining about it. So if you want to try this out, follow along. I'm just going to show you where to find and how to save images from Amazon, eBay, and Walmart, just the main three. So the same method will apply to any other retailers though, as long as they have enough reviews to do it. But you're gonna have the most success on these three, mainly Walmart and Amazon. It's a little trickier on eBay, but I'll do Amazon first because it's gonna be the easiest. So we're in my computer. I just searched tents on each platform, and here's how I save customer reviews. So I found this tent, and for the sake of time, I already know that there's images for it. So I'm going to go ahead and save this to FBMFOX for the purpose of showing you how I do this whole thing. Of course, a lot of you guys know FBMFOX is what I use. It's what I recommend. Coupon code's down in the description if you want to try that out for a week, and gives you 10% off your first month if you decide to pay for it. I love it. I use it all the time. It's growing all the time. I'm just going to leave it at that. But anyway, I can go up to my extension on my lister. It already has this thing saved for me in my little drop down. I can pick my template, which is my 50% markup. Actually, that part doesn't matter. You hit go to Facebook first. My bad. Don't listen to what I said. Anyway, now I go in. I'll click my template and hit list. So, boom, does all the stuff, what you expect a lister to do. And you can go ahead and use these photos if you want. But for the purpose of this video, again, is that people are suspicious that maybe stock imagery is getting bumped down in the rankings for listings if Facebook recognizes that they're stock imagery. I have no proof that that works, but a lot of people are pretty damn adamant about it. So what I'm going to do for the sake of this experiment is just delete these photos. Start fresh. I'm not going to go and edit all this or whatever. I'm not even going to finish listing this. I'm just going to show you how to upload it. Anyway, yeah, you normally go in here, edit all your stuff, whatever. All right, let's go back to our tent. So listed it really easy, grabbed all this cool info. You just got to keep scrolling down. Just keep on scrolling. All right, and then you get to the review section, right? And obviously, reviews with images. These are going to be what you want to click. I'm going to see all customer images, even though these two right here are pretty damn good. Those are really good for customer review images. Most of the time, customer review images suck. They just do. They're taken on crappy cell phones. They're taken at the wrong angle, like this one right here. It's like sideways. People don't care to, swap it because they're just uploading a review. Really, a lot of the times they suck. But these tent images right here, I'm curious if, I know this is just a cell phone picture, but this one, somebody went in and blurred the background specifically. So I'm curious if they use the portrait mode on their iPhone or something. Anyway, I really like this one right here. Now, you can't just right click and save these because it's gonna save as a web page thing. So if you're on a Windows, I come down here and I use this snippet tool. I use this all the time. I just hit new, and you want to try to just get a square. Ignore that. I tried to hit shift to see if it would work so I could show you guys something different. But all right, you hit new. And then I just want to get a square. And you know what? That's still really small. Don't do that. I don't need, I know you can just hit new again. Get a square that, like, for the thumbnail sake, like, just make it approximately a square. You don't want to get this whole thing. But remember, the thumbnails are squares, of course, for Facebook. So make it a decent size in the image. I think that looks good. I love the green around it. The blue stands out. I'm just going to save. And then we're just going to save as tent Amazon for the sake of this. Boom. All right, we're going to go back to our listing, upload photos, tent Amazon. Boom. And it is small. Keep that in mind. Like, it's just going to do it as the size that you know, did stuff. Now, I suppose you could come in here and Control Plus and like make this bigger on your screen, kind of, but it's going to start warping the image. So I wouldn't recommend doing that completely. But so far, for the sake of just the thumbnail on like the listing itself, this is fine. But feel free to save it and then upload it into like Photoshop and resize it and do all that kind of stuff. Totally up to you. But as you can see up here, what our thumbnail is going to look like is a pretty decent thumbnail for a listing. Now, when I use customer images like reviews, I will put new in the title. And then of course, if it auto, you know, whenever you get an auto copied thing, you want to bring it down here and like get rid of some stuff so that it doesn't, you know, do the limit or whatever. But yeah, new, maybe even put like new in all caps. I don't know. All you guys know all these like weird little tricks now to like make it look appealing. So anyway, unused, any of those kind of words. That way people can tell like, oh, this is just like a image of it out in the world instead of like a white background product image. All right, but that's how that works. Same thing. We're going to go to Walmart, found this tent. You could easily do the same thing on Walmart, add to FBMFOX, boom, auto list it. Super quick instead of having to copy paste every little thing, but we're not going to do that right now. Just keep scrolling, and I believe, I don't use Walmart too much, but yeah, down here you can find images. So you'll have to scroll through, unless there's a button that I'm just missing because I'm going through a video pretty quick. But down here, like this image isn't bad. I wouldn't recommend using it because there's like a literal kid in it. But like something like, I don't know why you would want this because it's in a house, but it looks like there's some play like plastic balls in there. Maybe somebody used it as like a ball pit. Not really what we're looking for. Oh, I hit back instead. All right, but this guy right here, it's going to be a really small image, but it won't be bad if you were to do the same thing. Just like snippet tool like this. Remember, it has to be a square, so as much as I'd love to get this fire pit in there, I'm not going to. Tent Walmart. So the way I'm doing it will be small images. And if you're a Mac user, I believe it's Command-Shift-4 lets you freeform, just like what I did with the snippet tool, drag your mouse and do you know, little screenshots. Or I believe Command-Shift-3 does a full screenshot, and then you can crop it if you want to. Like it just does your whole screen. But Command-Shift-4 should let you select what you want to image. So anyway, that was Walmart. Feel free to, you know, scroll through. I just did back again. Whatever, we're done with Walmart. Screw Walmart. All right, eBay was a little trickier. It took me about 4 different tent searches to find one that even had customer reviews, which is surprising. I think it's because eBay is mainly supposed to be a person-to-person type selling situation, but for the sake of that, whatever. Same thing, you got all your FBMFOX research tools on eBay. But this is an FBMFOX video. So, damn, this is cool. This like one person folding cot tent. That's cool. All right, anyway, scroll down. And eventually, like down here, it's got 36 reviews. If you hit C, like see there's no photos right here. If you hit see all 24 reviews, yeah, there's some here that aren't good. No. So what I would do almost is, because those images were bad, it was like it wasn't even like a good, you know, proportion image or whatever. Oh, this is the thing that I'm looking at is a one-person tent. Idiot. All right, cool. I'm going to paste this into Amazon, and just as a cross-reference to see if this thing's sold on Amazon, it's probably more likely to have some kind of image. So here's the exact photo. Let's just scroll down and see if there's any customer images. I haven't checked this, so I could be wasting your time. But yeah, All right, duh. This hasn't even really been sold. But if you found a tent here and you're like, okay, 119, and you're like, okay, well, I could sell this one. This one's 189, whatever. This one's got 128 reviews. You know, you could then instead list it. This one's got, oh, that's a beautiful customer image. Just make sure it's a square. You're good. You're good. I mean, this is how you do it. That's it. I mean, you just have to save them to your desktop or wherever the hell you want to save them. Make them your actual image on here. And then I'm not sure quite if you can keep all the stock images and then just make the main one, like the first one, a customer review image. I've also heard recently that with the low view count, it could be because people are noticing that when they go to search their listings, like say you have like 5 photos, it's not always the first photo like what it used to be. Some people are noticing that it will like shuffle the photos depending on how it's searched and stuff, or not even depending on anything. It might just literally put a random photo in there, assuming that you're just a person taking different angle pictures of it, and it can show any of those photos. So a lot of us will auto import images from a listing, and it'll be like this stuff's cut off on the edge with like all the measurements and stuff, and it's like a stupid explanation of something, and it's like not even cropped correctly because Facebook just auto crops it to a square. Like, I think a lot of the times, if that's happening, those random ass images are getting put in the forefront and they're not attractive images, so people are scrolling past them, and I think that's affecting views. So I'm also going to be experimenting with just choosing one photo and not letting, or, you know, only photos that are like nice photos instead of leaving photos with all the descriptive information in there. Again, I'm going back to kind of how my channel started a little bit and testing things out and then updating you. So I'm going to be doing this because it's on people's minds lately. Yeah. Stick around on my channel. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't already, and like the video. And I'll keep you updated with anything I find out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.